Hey James, I was just wondering if you have any sort of trash talk ready for JJ Watt if you happen to meet him in the hole, because I feel like you would have a couple guys who might be the source of a couple ways to get under his skin, right?
I really don't talk much on the field. I let Derek do all the talking first, and if Derek, we'll see what happens. I'm not going to talk no trash though.
Hi everybody, welcome to Steelers Live. I'm Missi Matthews getting you ready for Steelers and Texans Sunday here at Heinz Field, 1 p.m. as you heard from James Conner. It is Watt week. JJ Watt and the Houston Texans will be visiting his little brothers TJ and Derek. We'll talk about that much more, but first, the Steelers status report, and the good news is that everybody was a full participant today who has been on that laundry list, which means there's actually no status report for the Steelers, and that's good news for the Steelers offensive lines, particularly the right side. There you see number 66, Dave DeCastro, missed the Steelers' first two games, returned to practice on Wednesday, was a full participant Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, so we'll finally get to see Dave DeCastro in game action for the Week 3 matchup for the Steelers. Also, Juju Smith-Schuster, who did not practice on Wednesday and Thursday, he was back out there today as well, so good news again on the injury front. But as I said, it is Watt week, and there are some interesting fun facts going around. We experienced this last season with the Edmond brothers when the Steelers hosted the Bills, but Sunday will mark the first NFL game that all three Watt brothers, JJ, TJ, and Derek, will be on the same field at the same time. Now, this will be the second game in NFL history to feature a pair of brothers who each had previously been named first-team All-Pros. Of course, on the defensive side with JJ and TJ. That wasn't first time since 2006, and the Barber brothers did that. So this morning we had a chance. They reluctantly did so. TJ and Derek had a joint press conference together, and a certain somebody decided to crash it. Take a look.
Yeah, hello, Justin. Better Brother Gazette here. I just had a question. This offseason, in the beginning of the year, when we were going through quarantine, it looked like you guys were training at a really nice facility with a nice gym, a good field. I was just wondering what the membership fees were at such a nice facility while none of the gyms were open.
Well, I can take this one, Derek, because I was a high-up member of that community, and we cut the grass. That was about it.
Wow. How many
But
times?
I mean, this guy, the thing about the club owner was that he really enjoyed cutting the grass himself. He really enjoyed lining the football field for his members. The grass was always pristine. The gym was always clean. We try to do our best to clean up after ourselves. And we're just very grateful that he let us use his facilities.
It was kind of a just don't make a mess, clean up after yourselves, and you get all the perks you want. And the fridge was always stocked. The weights were picked up, and it was great.
Sounds like a great facility. Follow-up question, last question, and I'll be on my way. Do you guys always do your press conferences together? Thanks. I'll hang up and listen.
It's the first.
Side by side, always, Jage.
Some brotherly love there between the Watts. Somebody else familiar with the Houston Texans will be Steelers tight end Eric Ebron. Coach Tomlin was asked this week if he'll be more involved in the Steelers offense, and he said, quote, "Keep watching. Through 2 games, Ebron caught 4 passes for 61 yards and no touchdowns." But with the Houston Texans, Bill O'Brien, their head coach, said this week he is glad that Ebron is out of the AFC South. During his time with the Colts and the Lions, Ebron has played the Texans 5 times. In those games, 24 catches, 298 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Here's more from Ebron this morning talking about facing a familiar Texans team.
Not only do I know Houston well, I train with them and I live there. So, yeah, I know him very well. And they switched their defensive coordinator up. So it's going to be interesting this year. The guy, their defensive staff, some of them still been there, so they kind of do some of the same things. But it'll be interesting. They don't have the same personnel. Every year is different. So I'm just looking forward to another great Sunday, another great battle, another great opportunity to ultimately get that win. So hopefully, because if we don't, I can't go back to Houston. I got to hear it all damn year.
And that is where Ebron is most of the offseason. Flipping to the Texans offense, of course, their quarterback, Deshaun Watson, will be a tall task for the Steelers defense. Very mobile, can make them pay if they miss. Here is more on Devin Bush on facing Watson.
We just focusing on containing him, just keeping his feet, inside the pocket and making sure we are, on our keys when it comes to when Deshaun has the ball in his hands. You know, we want to minimize all those big plays he can make with his feet.
We have two exciting things coming your way tonight at 7 p.m. You'll get to catch my virtual one-on-one with Joe Hayden. You don't want to miss that. And then at 8 p.m. tonight, a special live program coming your way. The Steelers will be unveiling the Hall of Honor class of 2020. You can catch that on all of the Steelers social and digital platforms. Again, that will be live tonight on Friday at 8 p.m. to see who the new members will be. Stan Savran will be hosting that and will be joined by Team President Art Rooney II, and Stan even teased on Twitter maybe some new members, so make sure you stay tuned for that. That's going to do it for this edition of Steelers Live. Thanks so much for joining me. We will see you on Sunday for Steelers and Texans.